decided to come on it then. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. You join me today in a very hot sunny day here in the UK. It is 31 I think at the moment, and it's days like these that are the best days to live in the countryside because the views and the scenery and all the animals that come out, it's just great. I mean, just look at that view behind me. I don't know if you'll be able to make much of that out because this lens isn't great, but it's just incredible around here. But today's video is an update video. We're going to talk about the Range Rover shortly. We're also going to I don't know why I was pointing there, it's no one over there. It's not there, it's there. There. We're going to talk about the Range Rover, but I also wanted to update you on a couple of things that I've been up to over the past week. So, as I mentioned in my last video, I went to Bicester Heritage. It was a great day out. This year they had taken the event to another level. They even added a track, so some of the classic cars hooned around the track, which was great to see. And it's just really cool seeing the event grow each year. I've been going to the Sunday Scrambles now for 3 or 4 years, and it's just really cool. There was more people this year, there was more food choices this year, which is always important, and some of the cars were just amazing. So if you haven't been before, I would definitely recommend checking it out. It's a great family day out. You don't have to be a car nut to appreciate it because the architecture of the place is really cool as well. I saw Mr. JWW there. I was gonna go over and say hello. Couldn't bring myself to do it. He looked like he didn't want to be bothered, and I also didn't feel that comfortable asking for a selfie or anything like that, but he was there, which was cool to see, and I'm pretty sure he turned up in his new GT3, which was very cool. I got photos of the car, but it didn't have his Mr. JWW plate on the car, so I'm not going to post any of those just in case he's trying to keep that secret. But speaking of photos, I did that thing where I go to an event and I focus more on the photography rather than videos. So I didn't take any video. I was going to, but I didn't feel brave enough. But I did take some really cool photos. If I'm being humble, they're pretty epic. So I'm going to make a little montage and probably include that around now. Those were the photos. I am a very passionate photographer. It is the main creative hobby that I'm into and have been the most consistent with over the years. And I have a website, it's mrdanielknight.com. If you haven't checked it out, please do. I'm always open to feedback when it comes to the photos, so let me know what you think. If you think I could do better, tell me. If you think I should hang up the lens, tell me. But great day. Great photos, enjoyed it. So, let's talk about present day. My car's back at home. The B-roll you saw was from this morning. I met my friend Mark. You may remember Mark from the McLaren video. So he's recently become a biker. He has left us, I know. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a separate video talking all about that, about his bikes. Yes, bikes, there is a plural. And we're going to go through why he became a biker, the transition, how he finds riding a bike in comparison to a car. There's a bike taking me over right this second. Yeah, what he thinks of the bike, etc. He has a great bike, as you saw in the B-roll. It's so beautiful. It does tempt me each time I see the bike. I'm like, oh, do I? I don't know. Just don't know if I'm sensible enough to ride a bike. Especially now I'm a dad with two kids, you know, do I? I don't know. The B-roll was from this morning. We met up at a coffee shop, had some coffee, had some toast. We caught up and then we swapped cars and we're now in the Range Rover. So I guess we should talk about this in some more detail. I mentioned it in my last video and quite a few of you commented to say you'd like to know a little bit more about this car, certainly the spec, etc. Now, it wouldn't be a video from me if I was suddenly super informed on the spec and had done any research, which I haven't. So I'm going to give you a run through of the spec and talk about the obvious things that I know. So firstly, the colour, it is unusual. It's kind of a grey-green colour. You don't really see it too much from a distance, but when you get up far, you kind of see that there's like a greeny grey tint to it instead. I don't know what the colour is called, but the reason we chose this was because we thought about white, we thought about black, and given that my fiance is part Irish, we didn't feel like we needed to be that stereotypical. So instead, we then thought about grey, and there's a particular grey that Land Rover do. I think it begins with C, I don't know, but it's a very nice colour, which is why it's as popular as it is. And what we liked about this was that it was a little bit unique. You know, it was as unique as it could be without going all out on a custom paint job. So we really like the colour. The spec on the exterior is it has the black, I think it's black styling pack. So the Land Rover badges are black. All of the exterior trim is black as well. We also have the contrast roof, which is black, and it also has a panoramic sunroof. It's just a fixed panoramic roof, which we're okay with because we kind of thought we'll just undo the windows. It's cool to have a piece of glass than nothing. So we were happy with that. As you come around the front, you also have the black fake grills. It is a diesel after all, and the grille is also black as well, as is the Range Rover up the front there. So I think it looks really nice. It also has these kind of gunmetal grey, they're very dirty at the moment, but these gunmetal grey matte alloys, which just look really nice with the car, how it's spec'd. And that's it for the outside. There's not too much going on. There are a couple of things we're going to change. We're going to get the side steps fitted soon, and then we're also going to tint the rear windows as well, just because they're not at the moment, and for the babies it'll be good to have that. So if we go into the inside of the car, this is where you begin to just really feel the luxury of a Range Rover. Like, nothing in my opinion beats the interior of one of these. They're just such an incredible place to be. It's amazing in there. And every time I drive this car, as well, oh, hang on, okay, let me bring you over it. So each time I drive this car, getting back into my car is like, oh damn, like the comfort is there's such a contrast. But the panoramic roof is electric, so you have this cool little blind that opens up, which is cool. That's just cool. Baby seat in the back already, loads of toilet rolls. If you're a family, you know how it is. And then obviously there'll be another baby seat over there very soon. But there's a few things in the inside that we purposely wanted, that we've got with this car, that go against the... Not now, Maxwell, not now. There's a few things in here that go against, I think, the more desirable spec, but there is some logic behind our choices. So the main thing I'm referring to is down here in the center console, we went for this kind of material. Now, piano black would have been really nice. It is really nice, but given that we have children, we just thought, okay, it will be a real pain in the backside to clean with loads of like kids' fingerprints all over it. And you know, our daughter Matilda is two 2 and a bit now, so she's going to be, you know, in a booster seat very soon up front, and she'll be, yeah. So we just thought, let's just go with something that's a little harder wearing, doesn't show as much, and is a bit easier to clean. With regards to features in this car, it's fairly standard. The only extra we have is the wider screen. That was a must from me. I didn't want the tiny screen, I just didn't want it. So this has the wider screen. It also has CarPlay, which I was surprised to learn Land Rover charge you for CarPlay. So that was interesting. So we have that already, which is cool. Maxwell, a must listen if you're into some chill out music every now and again. And then we've got the digital display up the front here. I don't think this is an extra. I think they're all like this now. I don't know too much about Range Rovers, so if I'm pointing out things that are just super obvious, do just ignore my ignorance. Other things are the flappy paddles. It does have flappy paddles, which, you know, is what it is. I don't think we'll ever really kind of drive this car as a sports car, but it does have the flappy paddles. And then you've just got the standard kind of Land Rover driving mode, so auto, dynamic. This is a 3-litre SDV6, so it's got 306 brake horsepower, and I don't know what the foot-pound is, but it's okay. It gets going. It's a different kind of sensation in this, because it's not like pin you back in your seat fast, but at the same time, when you do put your foot down and you do get going, you look down at the speedo and you think, hang on a minute, I need to slow down. So yeah, very different from driving my car, but you know, it's just such a nice car to drive. And just a couple of other things to show you. So if we just turn this off quick and just wait for this VW to pass us. So I guess one other thing to show you, which I thought was really cool, and I'm pretty sure this is a standard feature on Range Rovers, but it still blew my mind, was automatic tailgate. So cool. And the fact you can do it from the key. Not only can you open it, you can close it from the key, which I thought was beast. But anyway, this is quite a big boot. There's a lot of shit in here at the moment because, well, that's just, well, there you go. That's just a mum for you, unfortunately. There's just stuff everywhere. But the reason I'm opening the boot is because we do have a 7-seat option in this car. So the guy at Land Rover, don't know if he was telling the truth, but he told us that it's quite rare to have this option. I kind of understand why it would be rare, because it is almost pointless. The seats are tiny, but they're ideal for children. So if you've got kind of 5, 6, 7-year-olds who can sit in a car on their own without a car seat, they're ideal because they don't need that leg room. And it will be really useful when we go on family trips further afield and bring along a few extra adults to look after the kids. They can just sit in the back when they're a bit older, so that's quite cool. And yeah, it's just a huge boot, which is great as well, because it means we can get 2 pushchairs in here eventually. And that is the Range Rover. I've hit my head on this 3 times, I think, since having the car, 3 times. So yeah, it doesn't get any less painful. But look, it closes. It's just amazing. It's just small things. It's the small things. But that is going to be me for today. I hope this video has been good. I hope that I've been in focus because I'm wearing sunglasses. These are prescription sunglasses, so I do need to wear them to see. I don't know why you needed to know that, but there you go. That's the Range. It probably won't feature too much in my videos moving forward, only because it's the family car. So see, you know, it's just a Range Rover. It doesn't need to get a ton of attention. We're going to be changing the number plate soon as well, but I'm going to wrap this video up. As I said, please do check out my website. It would mean a lot if you could give me some feedback on that. Photography is something that I just love doing, as I said already. And in my next video, I'm going to try and mix it up a little. Kind of hinted at it in this video a little earlier around being a bike video. I'm not going to be riding the bike. Let me know if there's anything specifically you'd like me to cover in that video. Is there certain questions you want me to ask? Just let me know, because me and Mark, we like making videos, so just let us know and we'll go through it and answer any questions you have as well. But before I ramble anymore, I'm going to wrap this video up. I hope you all enjoy this great weather we're having here in the UK. If you live somewhere else like Iceland, sorry. But if you do live in the UK, I hope you enjoy this weather. Make the most of it, because you know what it's like in this country. Tomorrow it'll be raining. And until the next video, peace.